Do you agree with Peter Fincham that television is showbiz?
I think Peter was, I liked the McTaggart, I thought it was good. And Peter was making a point, particularly, obviously, the deft hand of ITV corporate relations. We're talking about entertainment primarily in ITV terms. But John's right, television does other things as well. And entertainment, bar, I would argue, the development of new people, which is obviously a big thing for Channel 4, and same with Danny on BBC 3, if you left it to the market, bringing new people forward would be more and more risky, and you see less and less of it. And all the people you love today, most of them started on Channel 4 or BBC 2 or BBC 3 and have gone on to greater things. And I think if you just said, oh, go make money, you might not do this sort of thing. Similarly with comedy. ITV virtually makes no comedy. It has a try every now and then sort of abandons it, because it's a really difficult thing. It's hard to get audiences to new situation comedies and sketch shows. But the wider point must surely be that television does do more. And you can't say that an extraordinary, powerful, important film like we made, I'm not blowing our trumpet, but like China's Stolen Children, is not entertainment in any sense that Peter was talking about. But I think it's really important that public service television continues to make these sorts of programmes. The other night there was a 2-hour documentary about the Quran on Channel 4 in peak time. And if we were thrown to the evil winds of the market, these would vanish in an instant. And I think it's about how much do you value and treasure these programmes? How much do you think they should be on the television? Even if you don't watch them all, and of course you don't, you still, I would hope, the people in this room surely, think those programmes should be made.
So we live in kind of what I call that'll do culture. And people watching television, I think sometimes they just want something to sort of almost stop them committing suicide. It's like sort of, it's just like, it's like the food we eat, as often we're presented with, is just food to keep us going, and the clothes we sort of wear are just to keep us warm. And that, to make that little bit of effort always.
Some of us, you've got fabulous.
I'm not talking to this audience in a way. I'm talking to, the masses. We talk, if you talk about ITV, just providing entertainment. In a way, I think you're talking about this sort of anonymous globular mass of kind of people who will eat pap. And so, but of course there's large sections of the community that will not eat pap at all, and there's some that will only just, occasionally have it and want all the other things that TV can offer. And so I think that to sort of allow ITV free rein to just sort of make popular entertainment, I think, is to deny the kind of rich sort of variation of what people want. I think it's not human.
I disagree with you on one thing, though. I think people don't watch telly by default, and they don't watch rubbish. And one of the interesting themes or points in Peter's speech, which I think everyone here, I'm sure, will agree, is that I think it's much more difficult now. It's clearly much more difficult now to get an audience of 12 million watching a TV show than it was 15, 20 years ago when there was sort of 2 channels and whatever.
I watch rubbish. I sit in front of it to turn off of an evening. Sometimes I'm confronted with the choice of sort of like a programme that, like Formula 1 that will send me off to sleep, or or something, a difficult news programme on the other side. I choose the Formula 1 because I just want to sort of nod off and switch off, and it just to sort of go round in my head, and So I think television has a sort of functional value like that, and I think a lot of people use it like
the
that. They just put it on in front of themselves to sort of stop themselves having to read a newspaper or a book.
You should work for the BBC Press Department. It's a great marketing line.